Helpful for life.
So, when it comes to sauces, you don't always have to make stuff from scratch. There are these wonderful things that people have spent millions of dollars developing, and maybe not millions, but who knows. They spend all this time and effort creating these delicious sauces, and one way to make your own sauces is to just combine a handful of other sauces. So today we're gonna be making Sriracha Mayo, and if you've ever been to any American, middle to upscale type of restaurant, or a taco place, you've probably had this at some point, whether it's been on a taco, served with some fries, on top of a burger, whatever. But it's a really solid condiment because it's a mix of the spicy and the garlic and the peppery flavors you get from the sriracha, and then the creaminess that comes from the mayonnaise helps it from being too spicy, and it balances out real nicely, the fattiness of the mayonnaise. So you really don't need to measure this. We're gonna do it today just so you can kind of see, but at the end of the day, if you get close, it's gonna taste good. And as you do it, just taste it and see, is that spicier than I want or creamier than I want? Just add a little bit more of the corresponding condiment. And that was a very fancy way of saying squeeze a little more mayonnaise in, but that's me for you. So we've got here a nice clear measuring cup here. So we're just going to do 2 cups of this. So we'll do about a cup of mayonnaise and a cup of sriracha. And if you like yours a little spicier or a little creamier, you don't have to do it 1-to-1. And one other thing that we add to ours is about half of a lime, and the acid and the lime flavor just complement it really nicely. If you don't have it, it's not that big a deal. You don't have to add it. If you have maybe a lemon or some vinegar, you can add that instead, or you can leave it out. It still tastes good with just the sriracha and the mayo. So first, I'll just go ahead and squeeze in the lime, and we cut both the top and the bottom like we showed you in our citrus video. And we'll use our citrus squeezer here. Squeeze and dump. All right, look at that juicy goodness. Gotta stay clean, yo. Then we are going to simply squeeze. So I like to shake up the sriracha just to get it all mixed up, and make sure that the top's on, and a lot of times I'll put my finger on top of it to make sure I don't send any flying anywhere. Oh, it's erupted like a mountain, or a volcano, I think is actually what I was looking for there. So squeeze and squeeze away. Oh yeah. Now, you may have seen, in my earlier video, I said, oh, this is a liquid measuring cup versus a solid measuring cup. And, these are technically liquids, but again, the measurements do not need to be that precise. It's just about getting close. Staying clean one more time. So, we got about a cup of sriracha. Now we will add a cup of mayonnaise. And again, I like to shake it up. Make sure it's all mixed together. Ooh yeah. Gotta love those mayo farts. Fortunately, I've come prepared. Mayo assistant, creamy. There we go. One out, one in. I didn't come that prepared though. I forgot to open this first. Like I was saying, mayonnaise. Oh yeah, creamy. Looks kind of like brains. All right, that looks almost there. There you go, good enough. Looks about to be about 2 cups, and then we mix. Do 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 do. And you'll start to see as you mix it that the white and the red come together in this creamy, rosy goodness. And as I was saying, this stuff goes so well on everything. Yeah, that's about how I like it. It's got a little more kick than you'd expect, but it's good because it's balanced by that mayonnaise. So once you got all that mixed up, we like to put ours in these little condiment squeeze bottles, and then we'll just throw this in our fridge and we'll use it for a while. Since it's made out of 2 condiments and just a little bit of lime, it lasts just like these condiments do. So we keep ours for weeks. So we'll just take that and pour it in, hopefully without making a massive mess, but we'll definitely make some mess. Now, they sell these with funnels, and you know I also have a funnel here, but that's not as much fun. Oh yeah. It also works better if you hold it above. But I like to make the mistake so you can see. And then when you get close, you take a spatula like this one, a silicone spatula, and just scrape down all of the sides so you can get all that Sriracha Mayo-y goodness. And don't scrape it out too fast or you'll overflow or miss, you know, kind of like that. And if you don't get all of it, you can always just take your hand in there and then take a good lick. It's pretty good. There you have it, Sriracha Mayo. I'm gonna clean up this mess. And one other thing that we will do is we will mark the bottle with the what it is and the date that we made it. So you take your marker, you open it with one hand because you're really cool, and you write on it. I just like to write some shorthand here, and make sure your bottle's not wet or it won't mark on it like this one is. And then you'll just have it lovely written in that beautiful handwriting. So you see what it is. It's Sri Mayo, as you can totally read, and the date, which is 3/29. So that way you know when it was made and you know how long it's going to last. And that, my friends, is Sriracha Mayo.